Welcome students, welcome back. Myself Kokrecha Rahul. Today we have to learn about the probabilities for the standard 9th. Okay. In the previous session we have already seen the question from the question 1 to question 8 and we have already done question 8 in the previous session. Okay. So already I'll tell you about the for the question 9 and question 10 in the previous session, that's the activity based question, so we don't have to do that questions. Okay, so let's start to move for the question number 11. Okay, let's start from the question number 11. Okay, so let's start. So standard 9, we are learning about from the standard 9 mathematics, and name of the chapter is probability. Okay, name of the chapter is probability. So from the exercise 15.1 we are moving for the question number 11. Okay, we are moving from the question number 11. So the question is given that 11 bags of the wheat flour, each mark 5 kg, actually contain the flour following weights of the flour in kilograms. Okay, so there is a total number of the bags are given, that is 11 bags are given. Okay, total number of bags is equal to 11. Okay, and here the data is as given below, so I'll write the data as per the given below, that is 4.97. second one is 5.05, third one is 5.08, next one is 5.03, after 5.00, after that 5.06, after that 5.08, and 4.98, next is 5.04, next is 5.07 and 5.00. Clear? So here is the data given in the question, that is I'll write it, I was written it here. Okay, find the probability, that is the that any of these bags chosen at the random contains more than 5 kg of flour. So we have to see that more than 5 kg of flour, we have to find the bag which have a more than 5 kg. So 5.05 is more than 5 kg, 5.08 is also more than 5 kg, 5.03 more than 5 kg, 5.00 is equal to 5 kg but not a more than 5 kg, so we don't have to count 5.00. okay, 5.06 is more than 5 kg, 5.08 is more than 5 kg, 5.04 is more than 5 kg, and 5.07 is more than 5 kg. So how many number of bags are there more than 5 kg? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. 7 bags are, that is they are more than the 5 kg. Okay, so here my answer is for that, P of E is equal to number of bags have more than 5 kg flour, or any one of them, that's not important, and divide by total number of bags. Okay, so here my there is a number of bags that have more than 5 kg of flour, that is 7 bags. So 7 divided by total number of bags that are given as 11, so 7 by 11, that is your answer. Clear that? Please note down this. Dear students, first of all I'll tell you about that all the things about the Fairbook. Okay, so all of you should to write all the things, okay, that I'll teach you in on the board. All of that sums you have to write in the Fairbooks, plus all of the example that you have to write in the textbook or write in your Fairbook. Third one, that all of the exercise that are given in the textbook, that also have to write in the text Fairbook. Okay, and surplus the sums that I'll teach you on the board, that must be write on the Fairbook. Okay, and plus homework sums that I'll always given you in the homework. Okay, the sum that I'll give you in the homework, that also must to be write in the Fairbook. Clear that? So just example are not mandatory to write in Fairbook, but all the things that I tell you, okay, all the things that I'll tell you, that must be write in the Fairbook. Okay, just example are not mandatory to write. If you want to write examples in Fairbooks, then you can go on for that. If you don't want to write example, then it's okay. Okay, but all the things that are all the things that I'll teach you on the board, exercise of the textbook and homework sums of the that I'll give you on homework, that sums, that all the things you must to write in the Fairbook. Now we are moving for the question number 12. So for the question number 12, that also tell you that check the question from the exercise 14.2. okay, from the exercise 14.2, check the questions from the exercise 14.2 and give the answer from that. Okay, so here is the data is given. I'll write that data. Okay, so data is given, that is 0.03, 0.16, 0.11, 0.08, 0.11, 0.08, 0.05, 0.08, 0.01, 0.07, 0.03, 0.02, 0.12, 0.10, 0.05, 0.09, 0.06, 0.13, 0.06, 0.07, 0.04, 0.08, 0.18, 0.22, 0.09, 0.01, 0.17, 0.20, 0.07, 0.18, and 0.04. That is a 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 6 columns and 5 row. Okay, 3 plus 2 5. Clear that? So in this question, that tell us about that the following frequency distribution table shows the concentration of sulfur dioxide in the air in part of per million of certain city for 30 days. Okay, make a group frequency distribution table for this data with the class interval as 0.04, 0.04, 0.04 to 0.08 and so on. We don't have to make a class at here because this we are learning about the probability, not a statistic. Okay. So using this table, find the probability of the concentration of the sulfur dioxide in the interval 0.12 to 0.16 on any of this day. Okay. So it says that class interval, that is 0.12 to 0.16. Find the probability of the concentration of the sulfur dioxide in the interval between the 0.12 and 0.16. So here I'll write that total number of days that are given as a 30 and number of days for which concentration of the sulfur dioxide was in the interval 0.12 to 0.16. So number of days for which concentration of sulfur dioxide was in the interval 0.12 to 0.16, that is we have to count the 0.12 to 0.16 till the 0.16. okay. So in this case we don't have to count 0.16, but we have to count 0.12, 13, 14 and 15. We don't have to count 0.16 in that. Okay. So let's check the numbers which contain 0.12, 13, 14. We have to count that numbers that are 0.12, 13, 14 and 15. Okay. So here not any kind of, here not 0.12 first, 0.13 second. Okay, not any kind of the numbers that are given in the data, that is between the 0.12 and 0.16. We don't have to count 0.16. okay, so please note down that we have to count from 0.12 to 0.16. so we have to count from the 0.12. okay, so 0.12, 13, 14 and 15, we don't have to include 0.16 in that. okay, that I already we are learned in this statistic, that why should we not count 0.16 included in it. okay, so there is a two possibilities, so here is a 2. okay, so therefore P of E is equal to 2 by total number of days is 30, so 1 by 15. Clear that? So please note down first. Clear? So now we have to move for the last question, that is question number 13. Here we have to lots of time after the question number 13, so we are moving for the extra sums after the question number 15. Okay, so question number 13, that is, the following data shows the frequency distribution table regarding the blood groups of the 30 students of class 8. Okay, so blood groups is given as A, B, O and AB. This is the one of the question that I tell you in to check the from the exercise 14. Okay, blood groups and number of students, that is 9, 6, 12, 3. Okay, and total number of students there are 30. Use this table to determine the probability that the students of this class selected at random has a blood group AB. Okay, the students that are the blood group is AB, the how many number of students, that is 3. So my answer will be 3 by 30. So you have to write like this. So total number of students there are 30, and number of students having blood group as AB. So there are the how many number of students, that is 3 students. Okay, so I'll write at here 3. Okay, so my probability, that is P of E, that is 3 by 30. So 3 ones are 3 tens are, your answer will be 1 by 10. Clear? So please note down first. It's a very easy question. Okay. Clear? So now we have to move for the extra sums that are regarding for the this chapter. Okay, so first question, that is for the question this exercise or this chapter. Okay, so first one, that is the probability of an probability of an event can be, the probability of an event can be, that means probability can be, there is a option is 0.7, that is in the minus. Second option is that 11 by 9. Third option that 1.01, 1.001, and the last question is that 0.6. Okay, so it can be, so I am always telling about that from the starting of this chapter, that is your probability should be between 0 and 1, not any kind of the negative terms or not more than 1. Okay, so here is the negative number are given, so this is not my answer. Okay, now we are moving for the 11 by 9. 11 by 9, that is 9 ones are 9, 9 twos are 11. Oh sorry, 9 ones are 9, 9 plus 2, 11. So 2 integer, 1 integer 2 by 9. 1 integer 2 by 9. So therefore that is a 1.18 bar. okay, 1.18 bar. Okay, so this is the more than 1. Okay, this is the 1 point something. Okay, there is a 1 point something, so this is the more than 1, so this is not also my answer for the probability. Okay, in this C there is also given that 1.001, there is a more than 1, so more than 1 is not allowed, or negative is also not allowed, and 0.6 that are between the 0 and 1. Okay, correct. So this is your final answer, that is D, 0.6. The answer will be 0.6. Next question, that is the probability happening of an event is 45%. Probability of an event happening probability of happening of an event, probability of happening an event is 45%. The probability of an event is what is the probability of event is? There are the questions, that is first is 45, B is 4.5, C is 0.45, and D is, that is a 0.045. Okay, so here my that is also that given in the question. Okay, there is an answer always given in the question, that is 45% that are given in the question. Okay, there is also answer is already given in the question, that is a 45%. So 45%, that means 45 by 100, and 45 by 100, that is means 0.45. so answer will be C, that is a 0.45. answer is already given in the question. Okay, next one, that is probability of in a class 40 students, in a class 40 students, there are 110% girl, there are 110% girls, so then the number of girls is, so first one, that is 44, B is 22, C is 30, and D is none. So here dear students, please understand that there is a 40 students in a class and there is 110% are girls. Okay, so whenever you have to find 110% of the 40, okay, so you got the answer is 44. But here we are learn about the probability, not a percentage concept. Okay, so in the probability, the answer always should be 0 to 100%. Okay, 0% to the 100%, not a more than 100%. 100%, that means 1. 100%, that means 100 by 100, there is a 1. Okay, and 0%, that means 0 by 100, that means 0. So I am already tell you that the probability should be between 0 and 1, not more than 1 and not less than 0. Okay, so your answer that is given is here, that more than 100%. Okay, there is 110%. Okay, so that's not a possible, that is 110% are girls available, so there is not any kind of the girls. Okay, so your answer will be none. Clear that? Here 40 students means that is 100% students are available. So you have to take 110% students. Then you wish to take more students than available students. So then that's not possible. Okay. So that so here is answer is will be none. Okay. Now which of the following word represent uncertainty? Which word represent uncertainty? There is a options that will probability, value, event and none. A is a probability, B is value, C is event and D is none. Which of the following word represent uncertainty? So your answer will be probability. Probability is uncertainty, okay, because that's not a certain value, okay, there is not a consistent value from the probability we got, okay, there is always uncertainty. We can't we don't know that what is the value of the probability or chances, okay, in any kind of the event. So uncertainty means probability. Now next question, that is probability represents, okay, probability represent uncertainty, certainty. Uncertainty measure of numerical measurement of uncertainty or numerical measurement of certainty, okay. Probability represent, your question is that probability represent there is a fourth option, that is uncertainty, B is certainty, C is numerical value of uncertainty and D is numerical value of certainty, okay. So probability is represent uncertainty, but we are finding that uncertainty in the number of numerical value, okay. So your answer will be numerical value of uncertainty, okay. Probability represent numerical measurement of uncertainty, okay. Probability, that uncertainty means probability, okay, but probability we are describing in the numerical value, okay. So here we are also say that probability represent numerical measurement of uncertainty, okay, clear? Now next question, that is in the experiment the sum of the probability of different event, okay, sum of the probabilities. I'm always I'm also telling you in the starting of this chapter, that is sum of the all the probability of all event, that is in an experiment. Question is that in an experiment the sum of the probability of different event, okay, sum of the probability of different event, that is always sum of the all the probability of the different event, there is always 1, okay. So there is the answer will be 1, that I'll already tell you in the starting of the chapters. Find the probability of the head coming up when coin toss once. When we toss a coin, okay, what is the probability of the head coming up? Okay, when we toss a coin, so there is a two chances, total number of outcomes, that is 2, head and tail. Okay, so we have to take head comes up. Okay, so head, in head and tail there is a head is 1 only, so your what is your probability, that is P of E, that is 1 by 2. Okay, clear that? Here it toes only once, so we have to, so therefore we have to take 1 by 2. Okay, there is a simple one. Clear that? Here students, we are moving, we are seeing some more example that is related to the probability. So I hope you are, all of you are enjoying this class. Okay, so here we are completed this chapter, so from the next we are moving for the another chapter. Okay, so if you have any doubt, please notify me. Till then, goodbye and stay blessed.